Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Again, I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about that enrollment period. I know is sneaking up on you and you have lots of questions. Well, I'm here with Andrew Atkins, and we're going to talk a little bit about some things you should consider.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, we all kind of panic around this enrollment period, right? Let's start at the beginning. What should people be thinking about as they're looking at those new benefit enrollment options?
Yes, absolutely. Health insurance, as you know, is one of the most important selection folks are going to make during annual enrollment. And there's a few important things to consider. Number one is going to be coverage. So look back at your prior choices and make sure it's been enough, especially if changes are taking place within your family. Two is cost. And while premiums, of course, are important, also compare co-payments, deductibles, and those max out of pockets as well. And then be sure that your providers are the ones that you need in network and understand that plan type. So you'll see that alphabet soup, the HMO, the PPO. These are important alongside a high deductible plan. And if a high deductible plan is right for you and your family, I'd suggest thinking about pairing it with an HSA to really supercharge your benefits.
Okay, that's very helpful. I think the other thing that we're kind of freaking out about when we're thinking about health savings accounts and things like that, how do we weigh them in terms of preparation for retirement even? Like, what are our healthcare options going to be once we retire? Like, should we be thinking about all of that together?
Yes, I think first and foremost, it's good to understand what an HSA is, which is essentially a health savings account that's a tax advantaged way to pay for medical expenses, not only now, but in the future as well. Those tax advantages are second to none. So a way I like to remember it is tax-free times three. So to explain, if you think your contributions going in, those are pre-tax. Those funds then, if you're in the position to invest them, will actually grow completely tax deferred. And then when they come out, again, whether that's now or in the future, they're also going to come out completely tax free. So if you're enrolled in a high deductible health plan, either through work or even in the open market, it's never too late to set aside those savings in a tax advantage way.
Excellent. Well, what other things should we be looking out in terms of doing research as we prepare to make these benefit selections?
There's a few, and one of those is a common misconception around HSAs and FSAs. So an FSA or flexible spending account is different. Those actually expire. With an HSA, they're a great travel partner. They're going to come along with you whether you leave your job or retire. Those funds are always yours to take. I think another thing that's really important to remember is this idea of qualified medical expenses. It actually includes a lot more than most people think. Of course, your co-payments, your prescriptions, dental and vision, those are covered, but everyday items like sunscreen and over-the-counter medications can also be eligible. And remember that HSA is for the whole family too. So if you need to go to the chiropractor or your spouse needs a new pair of glasses or you're like me and has a daughter who's getting braces in 2 weeks, those are covered. So think of an HSA kind of like a financial first aid kit. Whether you need a Band-Aid or a broken arm, you have an HSA that's covering you.
Excellent. So, is there a place that we can go, kind of learn this type of information for when you're not right here with us and we have questions? Is there a website that we could visit?
There sure is. And I'd encourage everybody to go there because Fidelity recently did a study and it estimated that on average, you and I are going to pay $172,500 in out-of-pocket healthcare expenses. And that's above and beyond Medicare. So early and often is half the battle. Go to our website, fidelity.com/myHSA to learn more.
Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, guys. I know it seems a little daunting, right? When you get that packet and you're like, oh no, it's time for me to make selections. Well, let's make them a little wiser. Let's be a little more educated as we're making those decisions. Take the opportunity to visit the website, learn more, and stay tuned to more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.